Hey, get ready. NVIDIA is throwing AI filters on your favorite games. Xbox is installing AI Clippy 2.0 on your console. And PC will overtake console in 2 years. Sound the alarm bells in this episode of Press X Start Gamers Digest. What's up, everyone? I'm your host, CJ, aka Sexy Bad Choices. I am joined by
John M.F. Ross.
what does MNF stand for.
I am AI. Couldn't you tell?
Oh. Everything makes sense now. Am I AI?
Mm.
Am I robot?
Is this
For those
loss?
who get that. All right. All right. Now you know who we are, what we're made of. This is Press X Start Gamers Digest, a video game news show that condenses most important gaming news from this past week into an hour-long meal just for you. We're live on YouTube every week when we can make it because sometimes Mother Nature has it out for us. But our power will remain strong. Literally. I lost power for like 2 seconds last night. It was crazy, but not that crazy. So yes, we are here. Don't forget you wait. There was a thing that I missed, didn't I? Yes, because life is hard.
But tornadoes are easy?
Yes, it is. If you go counterclockwise to the tornado, signs for you. Please don't actually do that because I'm not in any way risking your life for a joke. If you want to risk your life for a joke, I'm not stopping you. Anyways, you can support us by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, and hit the notification bell. If you are listening on your favorite podcast service, please leave us a review on said service. We'd appreciate that greatly. Don't forget you can join our conversation by joining our Discord, because we are still there, by going to pressx2start.com/discord. Thanks. See you there. All right, with that out the way, let us jump into the gaming news with number one. NVIDIA announces DLSS 5, injecting even more AI into games. This comes us from IGN, and this, I'm going to play the video because this made more waves than I think NVIDIA thought was going to happen with this. But I think we have finally hit the, I don't want to call it the peak of like Uncanny Valley graphics.
Yeah.
But I think this definitely takes that next step. So yeah, they basically showed off what their games look like, or what video games look like with DLSS 5 off and on. And when watching this video, you will notice that when they do put the DLSS 5 on, the characters in frame look very, very familiar in that they look very AI. Like it has the same lighting, it has the same kind of weird smoothness in the mouth and the face and like how it moves. And it's terrible. What's your feelings on this?
So the first comparisons that I saw was with Resident Evil Requiem, and I didn't realize that was the thing. I thought it was a projection of what people thought it might look like. I thought it was shit that other people were making. I didn't realize that this is what DLSS 5 is actually doing.
Yeah.
And there are memes about it all over the place already.
Yeah.
Somebody, devs. I saw some devs basically, what's the word I want to use? Venting. Imagine you spend however many years of pre-production design, development, polishing, all that stuff to get a certain aesthetic. And then DLSS 5 just takes over. It's like, no, it should look like this.
No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing
like,
that.
That's kind of a spit in the face of all the work that you did.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like I'm so glad that you brought up that for the fact that these games are crafted with, love for a lack of better words because, these
Mhm.
are people who are artists with specific art direction, with specific concepts, and they're following those concepts to this like final production. And yes, as you say, DLSS 5 just completely, I'm going to go ahead and say, whitewashes over the art style. Because if you notice, each one of these characters looks, I'm going to say, beautified, beautified in
I ain't
that
gonna say
very.
whitewashing. I wouldn't say whitewash, but I get what you're trying to say.
The only reason why I say whitewash is because there's a big difference between how these characters look,
Mm.
how the white characters look, and then compared to how the one character of color that also goes through this DLSS transformation
Mhm.
in, I think it's the FIFA game or whatever.
Okay, I
His face
didn't see
doesn't
it.
look that much different, and it's like,
Gotcha.
yeah, this character coming up, and it's like, huh, that's strange. No, not no. Okay, I'm looking at two different things. Yes, the soccer character face doesn't look that much different, and I'm just like, that's interesting how that's the one thing where it's just like, okay, this is actually like fine. But yes, this
Fair.
this did not go well for them, and I think I appreciate the fact that everybody is calling NVIDIA on this because if you
Like
don't know,
overwhelmingly, almost unanimously, like,
yes,
nah, we're good. We're good off of
yes,
this.
right, right, and like if you don't know, outside of gaming, NVIDIA is very much so like trying to become this like AI first um company, for lack of better words. So them doing this in games in this way is very much so like, their new initiative, and people are just like, we don't want this. Like this is real bad.
Mm.
Um, on top of that, to actually get this whole render to take place, although I think they did say that this should not be the case when it is in in the wild. It's
Yeah.
taking them, I believe it's taking them two RTX 580 or 5080s or 5090s
Mhm.
to render the actual filter and to render the game.
I mean,
So,
it's only a matter of time before things just get more efficient. You have
well, well, the idea is that it's supposed to be more efficient once it gets out in the wild. Like right now,
mhm,
this is just how they're rigging this stuff up. But
perspective,
yeah,
what it could look like. Yeah.
yeah. Um, yeah, so maybe they keep this off for ever. Ever. Yeah. I got nothing else to say on that. Let's jump into more AI stuff. Number 2, gaming Copilot coming to current gen Xbox consoles in 2026. Yes, 2026. This comes to us from gamesindustry.biz by way of Sophie McEnvoy. Okay. Xbox Project Manager for Gaming says AI Assistant will be brought to more services than players are. Nope. More services that players are playing. Microsoft's Gaming Copilot Assistant will be available on current gen Xbox consoles this year. At last week's GDC Festival of Gaming, Xbox Product Manager for Gaming AI. No, no, for Gaming AI. Xbox Project Manager for Gaming AI. Is that a title?
Get it together.
Or is this person's name Al Sonali? No. I'm so lost right now.
Xbox
Anyways,
Project Manager for Gaming AI, Sonali Yadav said gaming
should
Copilot will come to more services that players are playing. The
right.
program
There should be a
launched.
comma there between
Yeah,
AI
yeah.
and the person's name, right?
The goddamn articles probably written by AI. Um, The program launched in beta last year on PC, mobile, and the ROG Xbox Ally. Gaming Copilot was revealed in 2024 when it was added to Minecraft. It lets players ask an AI assistant for help when stuck, offering tips and strategies. And it can also give game recommendations and information about the player's gaming history.
Yes. So thank you, by the way, for saving that. Yeah, so they had a video showing this, and it is basically just having Google just up and being able to like look up something or just ask the Copilot to look up something for you. So is it beneficial? Sure, but I feel like it's not really, I feel like it's not solving a problem gamers have. It's sort of thinking that, oh, this would be a cool way to.
And no, they don't think it's a cool way to do anything. It's AI, all the things. We need
Yeah,
a return
yeah,
on this shit.
yeah. Yeah, like even when I was saying those words, like I don't believe this. No, like I just don't believe. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yes, yeah,
No,
you're right.
it's we're trying to get ahead on this AI stuff. We're trying to stay competitive, stay in the market. This is where the market is going. Where do we have the most users? Microsoft, Copilot 365, and gaming.
Yeah, you're right. You nailed that. Yeah.
And I'm just waiting for Skynet to take over.
Oh, hopefully it remembers all the times I say thank you to my Google Assistant.
I never once slapped the machine. I'll
Right.
just be the first to say.
I always say please and thank you.
Hmm.
Oh man. Yeah. So if you have an Xbox, still have an Xbox, I guess prepare for this to be like my thing is the way that Xbox is going down such this downward slope of uh, good brand vibes, like
Hmm.
if it feels like it kind of feels like they're just throwing everything at this point because
Of course.
yeah, it's like
They have money to burn. Eventually, I mean that's what's happening with a lot of things. They're just throwing money at it until
yeah,
it can be profitable, and they're just doing another round of funding, another round of funding. Microsoft, fortunately or unfortunately, has a large war chest which they can pull from indefinitely.
yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that goes. I mean, me personally, I won't because I'll be playing on my PlayStation. But for those who have Xbox, good luck, I guess. I don't know. Or you could just not interact with it at all
How
and keep
long
playing your games.
before Sony pushes AI on their?
I mean, but like if you think about it, it wasn't AI, but they tried to do that game help thing, and
Mm,
that like petered out like 3 months after a PlayStation 5 launch. So it's just like I feel like I don't know. I mean, because usually you would wait until the next console generation to do something like putting Copilot into your console because that can be
mhm.
a selling factor for the console. But I think Xbox already knows the jig is up with their next console. So they're like, well, whatever, we're just going to put it in this one because we have more of a user base with this console, probably than we will with the next console. So I don't know. Anyways, speaking of consoles, number 3, PC will overtake console revenue by 2028, says Newzoo. This comes to us from gamesindustry.biz by also Sophie. Um, yeah, so in the latest report, Newzoo projects PC revenue will surpass console revenue by 2028. PC is expected to grow at a 6.6% compound annual growth rate from 2025 to 2028, compared to 4.4% for console. Newzoo's director of consulting, Ben Porter, speaking to GamesIndustry.biz at GDC Festival of Gaming, says that the growth of PC has been slow and steady. Excuse me. It doesn't grow in the same way as console because consoles have these cycles. You have a
Mhm.
console generation and you will see upgrades, and then you'll see changes in people's spending behaviors around this. Overall, the PC and console gaming market is projected to reach $103.7 billion by 2028, according to a report. Newzoo said that the combined revenue for these segments grew 7% year over year in 2025 to $88.3 billion and forecasts to reach $94.3 billion in 2026. Newzoo observed that this growth was the first notable expansion since the pandemic slowdown and the start of a more measured growth cycle expected to continue through 2028.
I don't see this happening.
You know what's funny? I was
Like,
gonna read it till you said something.
what? Like when did they start to forecast this? Because I don't think they're taking into account. Let me see. In its latest report, when did they do this report? It couldn't have been during the goddamn RAM and memory boom,
Exactly. Like,
or they're not reading the room. Like I don't get it. I don't
like
get it.
I'm sure Newzoo has numbers that they read,
If
but
they do, that's some
yeah.
insider ass trading. Because I don't know.
So my thing is they are going off of data that they have in the past, and they are looking at what they see now and predicting that things will increase or keep moving forward.
Yeah.
And if we have learned anything from the last, was it 2026, the
Yep.
last 6 years, is that shit can just happen. And it's like, oh, now we're not growing. Now we're firing a whole bunch of people. So it's just like, sure, man, if you feel like that's gonna happen, more power to you and your numbers. But that sentiment is probably not felt anywhere else, really. Unless you're a PC gamer, if I'm honest, because you're in that market and you're seeing these games come to you. Although that's not going to be happening from Sony anymore. So there's also that to consider. But
I
again,
mean, they don't. PC market was there before Sony. They'll be there after.
yeah, I know that's true. But that's also just games that are no longer going to be coming to them that was coming to them. So, that could change some people's opinion. Probably not many, but yeah. Yeah, this, and I also feel like this whole idea of PC overtaking console in revenue is weird because I want to believe. Okay, so they're talking. So they're including microtransactions, which is one thing, and I think mobile was included in this. Or there was some kind of weird math happening. Which happened? No, no, no.
I don't care. Their math is
Yeah.
off. I don't give a shit. Their math is off.
Yeah, forget the whole mobile thing. That's not a
Mm-mm.
part of this. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't think that's going to be the case. I just doesn't feel like that's what's happening right now in the industry. Okay. Before we jump into some Pocopia stuff, subscribe to us, to this, to watch us, to listen to us, to like us, specifically the video. I mean, you can like us too. That's cool. But yes, like the video. We'd appreciate that. And then you can subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks. Number 4, Pokopia is already one of the biggest selling Pokemon spinoffs after just 4 days. This is obviously in the past because it's been longer than 4 days now. This comes from VGC by way of Andy Robinson. So, yeah, I mean, that the title of this article kind of says it all. Pokopia is doing massive numbers, I guess, at 2.2 million sales as
I don't even go searching for it, but it's a lot of it's on my Instagram feed and stuff where I wouldn't normally see it. So
yeah,
good for them.
Yeah. It is like what I'm seeing now on my feed a lot is like, this is how you can make this like really cool farm, or this is how you can build this cool looking house, or like these people have spent entirely way too much time in this game and have constructed a whole city. Look at this thing. And it's just like, okay, yeah, this is sort of like the Minecraft content, or the Minecraft / Animal Crossing
Minecraft for
kind of
people who
content.
didn't want to touch Minecraft.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And like, as a person who is playing this game and is just sort of rubbing sticks and wood together to make things, I don't have electricity yet. Yes, I am pretty poor in this game, but I'm working my way up there. I'm still having fun though. I'm still having fun. I'm meeting Pokemon, and I'm just like, okay, this is cool. This is cool. But yeah, eventually I'll get up there. I'm just taking my time on it because I don't feel a need to rush stuff, especially in the game like this. But yeah, Pokopia is doing really well. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what it is. I guess I'll be talking about it a little bit during the what we've been playing section. So we'll just revisit that. There. All right. Number 5, Crimson Desert estimated to have already reached $20 million in pre-order revenue with nearly 400,000 copies sold on Steam alone. This comes to us from WCCF Tech by way of David Carcasola.
The hell you call me?
It's his last name.
Carcassole? Nah.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah, see, I was there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Pearl Abyss, long-awaited open world adventure. Crimson Desert will be out and available on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X/S. I do want to stop this right here and mention that for a while now, there was the issue of how will this game run on consoles? And then Pearl Abyss was like, you know what? We are tired of people asking that question. So what we're going to do is we're going to give a copy of our game running on PlayStation Pro to Digital Foundry and have them do all the bells and whistles to that thing. And people were just like, this is great. Did you say Pro? What happened to the base PS5? Because we need to know what it runs like on that. And they're just like, oh man, guys, just stop bothering us, please. Just let us just watch the Digital Foundry video. And then finally, I think today, as of recording, they had Crimson Desert running on a base PlayStation 5 on the PlayStation Japan channel on YouTube. And I don't necessarily I find it weird that they did all of this in this fashion, because watching that game run on, PlayStation Japan side, it's fine. Like it's not it looks good. It runs smoothly, at least from what they were playing. And it's just like, why did y'all even do all this when the game was running fine? Unless they just got it running fine like on Sunday or something and they had to export the thing. I don't know.
Or all this is just good promotion and having people talking about it is just rage bait.
Hey, you know what? I've been saying this a lot this
bait.
episode, but yeah, you're making a lot of sense there, Sean. You're making a lot of sense, because that has been like a big topic of debate of like, is this going to be another Cyberpunk 2077 kind of thing where it's like, oh,
Nothing
we're
is
putting out the
nothing
best
is real
stuff.
on the internet anymore.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Including us. We're not real. We're AI. Actually, you know what? Let me not, because I feel like that could be ammunition come 5 years, 2 years, 2 months. I don't know. But yes, back to this article. You know what? I basically they're just talking about this graphic that Crimson Dead put out. So the graphic. Oh wait, no, okay. The graphic shows that this is an estimate. So I guess it has changed since yesterday, I guess, because it says 363,000 copies have been sold on Steam as of March 16th. And that has generated over $26 million in gross revenue and 2.2 million Steam wishlisters as of March 16th. And then they show that like the people who've wishlisted the game on Steam also played The Witcher 3, no surprise, Elden Ring, no surprise, and then Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, no surprise. Well, 16% of them has played Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which again, not really a surprise. It's 44% for Elden Ring and then 62% for Witcher 3. So basically, this game has been some reviews have dropped for this game early, and it seems like it is very good. One person has gone to the point of saying that they think that it'll probably be in the high 80s, but could be in like the 90s range if like some of the
It's I don't care how good it is. It's too much game.
too much. Oh, okay,
It's
yeah.
too much
See,
game for adults with families and lives.
oh yeah,
This is a adolescent's dream.
yeah.
Actually, nah, there's just too much to play. Like
That's where I'm at. Like
50,
I'm gonna
15,
get this
20
game.
years ago, 25 years ago, this shit would have been tits.
Yeah. Back when the like Assassin's Creed was like the the heyday of Assassin's Creed like era,
Yes.
where it's like it's a giant open world where there's stuff to do. Like, yeah. I I am going to get this game because everything that I see of this game is essentially the like Dragon's Dogma 3 that I will never get. So I'm just like, you know what? This is it. This is it. Like there is there's puzzle solving, the combat looks cool, there's a bunch of exploration, and I feel like this is going to be the game that I like probably dip like my toe in like for an hour or so every night and just kind of go at it until I finish it eventually. Like I don't see myself rushing through this, especially with how deep it's supposed to be in
What is
terms
there to
of
rush to? Does this even have a story?
well, I don't know. I have no idea.
I've seen nothing about like any type of story.
Like
Just
a
look at all
narrative.
these things you can do. I
Yeah.
saw a video or a clip with a jetpack earlier. Like,
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And that's what I was gonna get to with the how the people are or how this one person had predicted what the review score is.
mhm.
And like I honestly think that this game is probably going to be possibly like in the low 80s. I don't think it's gonna be mid 80s. Only because I don't think there's going to be a strong enough story that is going to push it past the gameplay
Yeah,
because I think that's what's going to be the failing point for this game because yeah, even if you do watch the content, it is very much so like, all right, I know Cliff is the main character. I don't know any of the other characters really around him, and I know he's fighting people because they got health bars or whatever, and it's just like that's kind of it. And then he also goes into sky temples or something.
there's only two cliffs that I recognize for the big red dog and Heathcliff. Right?
Right? I mean, those are the two popular clips. So I get it. I get it. But yeah, this game is coming out in like 2 days or something like that. So by the next episode, I'll have some thoughts on it for sure. But yeah, yeah, we'll see. We'll see where that goes. Number 6, Arc Raiders has started replacing AI voices with human ones, which CEO admits are better. Oh, surprise, surprise. This comes to us from Kotaku. Oh, by way of Zach Swisen. So, okay. So, I'm trying to figure out where I should jump into this. Okay, in an interview with Game Industry Biz, Soderlin explained,
Sure.
yeah, a lot of the in-game voice lines in Arc Raiders are recorded by human actors, and there are now fewer AI-generated lines in the game than there were when it launched last year. We re-recorded some of the lines post-launch and made them with real voices, Soderlin told the outlet, clarifying that they don't want to replace real performers. Now that you have the money, yes, you don't want to replace her, but that's good that they're doing that instead of just leaving it as is, because they could have just left it as is and just been like,
Yep.
it's fine. There's a quality difference. A real professional actor is better than AI. That's just how it is. We look at AI first and foremost as a production tool. We can test things internally. We can test 15 different lines without recording them, and then we know what to record. It's also a way for us to work, not replace actors. We don't necessarily believe in replacing humans with AI at the time. I will I will say that I find it weird that we can test 15 different lines without recording them, and then we know what to record. I don't understand that.
He said he didn't. He didn't. What did he say? He said we didn't. He just said we could test things internally. We could test 15 different lines without recording them first, and then we know which one. They're basically seeing which dialogue flows the best with
Yeah, but
AI voices.
if there's a quality difference in the I okay, I guess it's not
No. They're
necessarily.
saying they're finding what dialogue works best, what sounds natural. And
Yeah,
instead of
yeah,
paying somebody to record some lines that they're not even going to use, you know, they're
yeah.
working it out before they bring actual people in.
I
What
guess
I,
my thing is like, oh, go ahead,
yeah.
you go ahead, go ahead.
Now, I was just going to say from the comments, some people are saying a professional actor knows how to act, not just how to look and move, but put genuine emotions into their words. Some people don't care about these things.
No, that's true. That's true. Like, yeah, I think that is always the like the push and pull of this is that it's really good to have that like art aspect at the front of mind, but the fact
Yeah.
of the matter is a lot of people just don't necessarily care or interact with that stuff because of how they're playing the game. So it's like, if the developers are seeing how the people are interacting with their games and seeing the numbers behind it and being
Mm,
like, well, we don't have to spend this money because we know that the money's going to ultimately be wasted, then they can act on that, which makes sense from their perspective, but the optics of it is not good. So that's that weird like push and
I
pull
think it's a loud minority on the internet.
about the whole AI stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. That's okay.
it's one of those things where like it is a loud minority because those are the people who you I don't want to say usually are like the more like diehard people kind of thing. So it's like when something is different and you're like the closest to it, you notice it before anyone else notice it really, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of those things where it's just like I understand it as a tool, and as long as AI is used as a tool, that's fine. As long as it's not like forcefully replacing people. The problem is they're trying to forcibly replace people, so it's just like, all right, we'll see. But on top of that, more Arc Raider more Arc Raider news.
No, I like
Arc
newses.
Raider. Say what?
I like newses.
Yes, liked. The final devs, Embark Studio, parts ways with the co-founder following misconduct allegations. This comes to us from IGN by way of Rebecca Valentine. So Embark Studio, the developer behind Arc Raiders and the finals, have mutually agreed to part ways with co-founder and CCO Rob Runson following public allegations that he engaged in sexual misconduct with a popular The Finals streamer, as well as an external legal investigation that Embark claims did not substantiate the allegation. What? The investigation claims it did not substantiate the allegations. So their investigation is saying that he didn't engage in misconduct. These allegations shared by an anonymous person, the first arose around a month ago via the final streamer, Ballsy? Ballsy? I don't know. Who read them on stream. The anonymous allegations were later shared through multiple Google Docs viewed by IGN, shared across various the finals social communities. In summary, the anonymous person claimed that there was contact. I'm not going to read all this. Okay, so there was an update. IGN has spoken with the streamer in question who declined to comment on record, but stated that a number of the allegations circulating were out of context or misleading. Okay. So I guess just to save face, they decided to mutually part ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Broham, there was no other place to get chicks.
Whoa. Man.
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. All right. Let's do quick hits. Number 7. There was a newsletter.
Niao's letter.
Oh, look at that. There's what's up with this? What's going on?
Anyway.
Yeah.
Slay the Spire sold over 3 million within a week.
Oh.
Pretty good.
That's crazy.
And over 25 million runs attempted already. And this was a few million are missing, they said, because they weren't collecting metrics at launch.
Wow.
So this was March 13th. I'm sure they're at like 3.5 million or something like that. Let's see.
Yeah, this had a ton of concurrent players on it too. This is the Zelda Breath of the Wilds to Marathon being Horizon.
Yeah. Rough.
Oh man.
I'm just happy for them. I don't know, man. It's cool.
Yeah, because I believe like they didn't expect they were kind of worried to release on the same day as Marathon, thinking that they were going to be overshadowed by Marathon, but it turns out they had the bigger shadow.
I don't think there is all that much crossover. So
it's not necessarily crossover. I think it's more so the, like, for lack of a better word, steam. So there's more steam behind this. There's more like, oh, Slay the Spire, and that kind of drowns out the conversation of like, oh, Marathon is out. So it's just like, it's not necessarily the same fans, but you know, it is the same like IGN front page or Kotaku front page. So that's where I see like where the competition is. But yeah, this is This is awesome. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna get this, or are you gonna wait until it's out
I'm gonna
from
wait till
early access?
console because I'm not a PC player just yet.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and I don't want my. I know I can stream it to the TV, but now I have two
Mm,
things running. Like,
yeah.
it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 8. Marathon has likely sold close to 2 million copies in its first week. This is from a Reddit post where they essentially pulled a Steam tool that allows you to see some of the back end data of the video games on Steam. And the user kind of figured that it's been about like 1 million or so um, players have bought the game on Steam. So they're making the, napkin math of like, okay, so it's probably half of that, or half of the total player base is on Steam. So the other half would be another million on PlayStation. And that's how they got to 2 million. I I don't know if this is accurate. And at first I was kind of like, it may not be accurate in terms of that number being maybe a little higher, but I think it may not be accurate in terms of that number being a little lower. Only because I feel like 2 million is a good number of players. Like
Mhm.
Pokemon Pokopia sold 2.2 million and they are touting that as a success. Yes, the budgets between Marathon and Pokopia are very different, but still 2 million copies is something to like, market behind. Like, hey, look, we got 2 million players. Like, that's awesome. But we haven't seen those kinds of numbers put out by Bungie yet. So my my thing is whatever number they have is probably not strong enough, or maybe they are waiting until their raid drop was supposed to happen a little later on in March. So with the reviews for Marathon, Bungie asked the reviewers to not give it a score until the raid drops. So now you have a bunch of Marathon review and process where people are talking about the game but not giving it a score. And it is very weird. It is very weird because just like, okay, yeah. So that's what's happening right now with Marathon. And then this next article, I'm just gonna pair it with this. Number 9, Marathon is rolling out an experimental duos queue, which for this comes from Eurogamer. That's
Mhm.
cool. That's something that's been asked since God knows how long. And they're responding to people quickly and they're just throwing this thing up. It is experimental and they plan on doing more experiments in the future. But yeah, that's where Marathon is right now.
Yeah.
I still seeing a bunch of videos on it and I'm like, oh, this looks cool, but I am waiting because I want to play Crimson Desert before getting into Marathon. So, number
You
10.
ain't never getting marathon. Anyway,
Well, I mean, I think this gives me time to see what it's like
how's that?
probably after the
How's
raid.
that Pirate Yakuza? Hold on. How's that?
You know what?
Infinite Wealth.
I downloaded Infinite Wealth because it was all PlayStation Plus. It's
DJ.
there. I just gotta click on it. It's gotta click on it. There's
Mm,
just too many games, Sean. There's too many games.
sure.
Number 10. Saudi Arabia buys another 5% of Capcom as Resident Evil Requiem sells 6 million copies. This comes us from Kotaku. Um, yeah, man. That's the first half of that story sucks, whereas the last half of it is awesome. But when a game sells and it's making money, people who want to
Yeah.
make money go to that thing to try and make money off it. So that's what's happening here. Just hopefully Saudi Arabia doesn't buy more of Capcom and then becomes another problem. But yes, that is it for the gaming news. Now let's talk about the games we've been playing. Sean, what you been playing?
Ah, so more Yakuza Kiwami. I finished the main story. Um, this has reverted back to the old style of platinum for Yakuza games where they want you to play the shit twice. I'm not doing that. I did everything but that, so I'm gonna just say I platinumed it in my head.
Okay.
The side DLC, Dark Ties,
Mm-hmm.
it's okay. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They streamline things in the game. If you, I say this every year at this point now. If you like Yakuza, you like Yakuza.
Yeah.
There are some complaints that they took out like 70 of the side stories, but apparently a lot of them are saying they were BS or they condensed some of them down.
Oh.
So
Oh, is this from Dark Tides?
uh, from the main game,
Okay.
Dark
Yeah.
Tides is its own thing, but
Okay.
you're playing as one of the antagonists. I'll call him an antagonist point of view.
Gotcha.
And how he got into the Tojo clan. Apart from that, me, you, and Savion played Ghost of Yotei Legends.
Yes.
I'm enjoying it. I played it again with a random. Two randoms actually. One knew what they were doing, the other one did not.
It'd be like that.
You have to pick the right kit, I feel like, depending on the map. Otherwise, it feels like you're damn near useless or
Yeah.
defenseless.
Yes.
Or maybe I'm just out of practice. Might be that.
Because what kit did you pick? The Shinobi one?
I had the one with the Kurigasama, so the
Okay.
ball with the blade on a chain.
Yeah.
And I mean, while you still have your normal single katana, I believe, some enemies require something else. And maybe I'm just out of practice.
I don't think you're out of practice. Okay. Because as Sean said, I also play the game. I've actually played a lot of Ghosts of Yotei Legends because
Hmm.
I said I was going to last podcast and I did it. So I think what Sean said is very accurate about this game mode. I I am enjoying my time playing playing the game, but it how can I put this in words?
Hmm.
I think it is a very good mode.
Yep.
It's a
But
very good mode,
but
but it's not a great mode. Like I think they this reminds me so much of the like old school like multiplayer mode in your single player game where it's like they are taking all these assets from the single player thing and putting it into a multiplayer mode and making it work. And I think they make it work. But there is a lot of problems that are carried over from the single player mode into this multiplayer mode that makes it sort of a drag in certain ways where it's like to what you're saying, Sean, where it's like the freaking uh uh what is that called? The weapon? Kasurigama?
Kurigasama. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that thing. That weapon is so underpowered. The Yari, which is the Yari, which is
Hold
the
on. Yeah.
pole arm thing, yeah, that's underpowered. The katana is fine. The Odachi is
It can be overpowered.
it can be overpowered, but like it just works in that multiplayer mode where it's just like I got to the point where I was just mainlining with that weapon because I was able to take out people with enough like at a speed where I can go and actually help my people around me.
Hmm.
And it's just like anytime I switch to a different weapon, I'm just like, man, this is taking too long. Like I am and it's not even like I could use my ghost equipment to take out the people because you didn't get enough ammo for that stuff to actually like effectively take those people out. So it is a thing of I understand that they didn't want to make the game too easy or they didn't want to make the game mode too easy by giving you, too many like kunai or too many arrows
It
to shoot with your bow.
feels it feels um, difficult at the outset, and that's why I said maybe I'm just out of practice because we're just at the normal mode, and they have like 2 or 3 more difficulty spikes or
Yeah,
choices that you can do. I'm like, am I
yeah.
ass at this game?
You're not asked of the game. You're not asked like because I actually played the second difficulty tier,
Yeah,
and you get one less revive token, and the enemies are supposed to be a bit more aggressive.
yeah.
They are kind of aggressive, but it's the fact that you do less damage.
Mm.
So you feel the underpowered weapons even more. So it is like a thing of like, how am I supposed to effectively use these weapons more effectively in the harder modes where I'm just like, okay, am I just using the Odachi all the way through? Like, am I just trying to assassinate everybody with the Kurosawa,
Focus on
whatever the
yeah.
weapon? Yes. Like, am I just trying to straight assassinate people? And that doesn't work because if your teammate draws aggro, then you can't assassinate people. So it is just like I don't understand what the effective gameplay is supposed to be with these weapons outside of the katana and the odachi because you don't really need a game plan with those
I
weapons to
mean,
just
I'm
just
sure
work.
there are some people who are specialists with this shit, so
Yeah, I mean,
it is what
yes,
it
but at the
is.
same time, it is thing of like you should be able to pick a class and have fun with that class and not be like, what is the purpose of this class? Like I can't do anything with
There
this
shouldn't be a
class.
meta in a game like this that's not competitive.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
Nah,
yeah, like
that's it.
I
That's it. There shouldn't be a
I
meta.
because like it really and truly like if you want to talk meta, the meta class is a samurai class because
Mhm.
that's the class that's the most versatile and it will do work like it doesn't it's tanky and it's just like why yes yeah again it's a very good mode but it's not great because
Yeah.
there are lessons that still need to be learned for this to be a great thing but again this is a mode and not a separate game so
Yeah.
that's that. The other thing is Pokemon Pokopia. I am playing this game. I am loving this game. This is my wind down cozy game where I will play like maybe 30, 45 minutes of this before bed and it is enjoyable like that. I am seeing a bunch of stuff online of like, "Oh, this is how you set up your perfect farm or this is how you set up these farming for different items and stuff." And it's just like I can feel those pulls. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not even there yet. I don't have the Pokemon. I don't have the specific things that they have like built around for the spaces and such. I'm just like, I'm not there yet, but I'll be there soon. But I'm having a good time with this game. I know for a fact that when Crimson Desert comes out, my game time for this is probably going to diminish, but it is what it is. That's what happens. Oh, the other thing I wanted to bring up, I did my first game share experience with Pokemon Pocopia,
Mhm.
and I was playing it with London, my 4-year-old daughter, and I realized in that moment, like, oh, she's too young for this. So we were instead of like building
Get the
anything because
goddamn lumber.
right? It was impossible for us to build anything just because of
Yeah.
like, the controls and what you have to do in order to get the stuff to build. So we just played tag like in an open field. Like that's just what we did.
Mm.
So it was cool to get her to want to play like a Pokemon game. So now I just have to like cultivate this for I don't know, another 3 years or so before I can get her, like, actually playing, like, a Pokemon game.
Nah,
So
man, just you gotta start with one of the more easier ones where they start
yeah,
getting.
my thing is like when I give her like even with Pokemon Procopia, she literally got mad at the text boxes because the text boxes were stopping her from doing what she wanted to do. So I'm just like, all right, but like
all this read and shit.
yeah,
That's your daughter.
I know. She takes after me. Oh man. But yeah, we're gonna get there. We'll get there. Once she realizes that those are words on those text boxes, then she should read them because it makes everything she's doing more important. That's for the future. But for right now, this has been another episode of Press X Start Gamers Digest. We hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we enjoy making it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel because we do things for you, like talk about the latest gaming news. News. Newzoo. They're gonna get it wrong. Anyways, you guys take care. You be safe. You play games, and
UB40.
there you go. Do it. Bye.